Hey TechKnowStuds. Now, since we've got all of these different systems that are logging, one issue that we can have is we can have so many logs it becomes very cumbersome to work with them, to deal with them. It could bog down our systems. It can cause a lot of problems as far as storage is concerned. So we might need to do some cleanup of these logs. So in this lesson, let's take a look at what that looks like. Systems store different logs for a certain period of time. Some of them will store indefinitely, while others will store, once they get a certain number of records, they'll start erasing the oldest records, while others keep it for a certain period of time, while others have a certain storage limit. So they each have a different level of logging that it can store and a level of how much will be stored in these different systems. Now, one thing we need to maybe do is some sort of log rotation. That is, some of these systems can get bogged down quite a bit. For instance, monitoring the log aggregation that we had really bogged down if we got too many logs in it. We would use ELK, and the system that we had could only hold a few months worth of ELK data because there was tons of logs going in it. So what we had to do is we had to cycle out some of the old logs, and so that way it'd make room for the new logs. But we also had certain retention requirements. So from a compliance standpoint, we had to keep a year's worth of logs. So one thing that we did is we archived those logs. We took them out of the ELK system and we stored them in another location. And now we have a backup copy of all of the logs. So if we need to do a restore and research some sort of security incident, we could do that. And we had to do that for compliance reasons. So we got to think about log archiving and how we can archive things to store it for a certain period of time. But we also have to think about disposal. And that is, there are times when there is certain information in those logs. For instance, a lot of entities will consider IP addresses as being personally identifiable information. And you shouldn't keep PII information for any longer than you need to have it, for any longer than you need to use it. So at that point in time, we need to make sure we dispose of those logs after a certain period of time.